Hey, what's up? It's me, Jessica J, and I was just wondering if you've ever sat and thought to yourself, Jessica, what are some questions I can ask women that will impress them? Well, if so, I'm glad you asked. I was really surprised that I never did this video before, so here I am with it. And to make sure you never miss out on another opportunity to hear quick little things you could say to women that'll get us intrigued and interested, or another one of my videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button with the notification bell. Okay, so this is coming off the heels of one of my clients yesterday talking to one of my girlfriends, and he made the mistake of just asking her question after question after question, which would have been a big problem if the questions weren't as good as they were. Now, these are just a handful, but the last one he obviously never asked her, and you'll see why. But make sure you stay till the very end to hear the last one, because the last one is the best way to move things forward physically if you're still not that comfortable with it, or if you're finally confident enough to do so because you feel all the chemistry between you guys. So the first one is asking, what was that like for you? So anytime a woman says something personal about herself, like, I grew up on the Jersey Shore, or even, I'm an only child. Anytime she divulges personal information and you ask, what was that like for you? It just makes us feel seen. It makes us feel like you genuinely want to get to know us better, especially when we tend to give surface level information when we first meet. So you asking that question to dive a little deeper will make us want you deeper inside us. The second question is, what would you do? So if you say something personal about yourself where you're like, I got stuck in traffic and I didn't know what to do, so I just started conversations with the people in the car next to me. Again, when you say something personal and then you ask her, what would you do in that situation? It connects us to you. It's your way of saying, hey girl, here's my life, but I'm gonna invite you into it. And that makes us feel like you actually give a shit about us sitting there listening to your story about you, and you want to include us. Oh, we love that chat. The third question is, did I hear that right? So say she's telling a story about herself and she says something really interesting like, I would rather die than rewatch Game of Thrones because season 8 was the fucking worst. You saying, did I hear that correctly? You would rather die? When you clarify something extreme that a woman says, or a really quick tidbit about herself that she didn't clarify too much, you saying, did I hear that correctly? It's a very subtle way of saying, hey, I was listening, but I'm gonna check you on that. This makes us feel so seen, and again, like you want to get to know us even more, and that you're like super connected to us. And we women, we love that shit. We thrive on connections. That's what starts chemistry. I always say chemistry is a set of reactions between two inert substances. But these inert substances need to be put into a beaker together in order to create those reactions. So being in the present moment is like confining the two of you into that beaker to feel that connection, especially when you say something like, girl, did I hear that right? You would really rather die than rewatch all of Game of Thrones? Yes, and thank you for seeing me. Now the fourth one, we women, we love this shit. We can't get enough of hearing this question. What do you think about this? So I don't think I had to tell you guys, we women, we thrive on being able to help you guys be better men, or to give you guys insight about the female psyche, or to give you insight into ourselves. So this is always a good opener, even. If you sit there and you're like in the shampoo aisle and you're like, what do you think of this shampoo? Or even, what do you think about 2-in-1 conditioner that also triples as a body wash? We women, we love helping you guys out in that dynamic. We just, again, that is like in our nature. We women, we want to care about you guys. We want you to take advantage of that aspect of us. So asking what we think about things, again, is also a way of you saying, hey, I value your input, your opinion, and I want it in my life. We love that shit. And the last one, love this. I don't know if I've ever said it, and I might have, I don't think I've ever mentioned this. And I think I had it happen to me one fucking time. It was like 10 years ago. I was out with this dude. Anyway, let me tell you the question. Actually, no, let me tell you the story first. I was out with this dude for the first time. We met off, oh man, I'm gonna be dating myself. Back then, Grindr tried doing a straight version called Blender. It was not successful. Anyway, I tried it, and I've been talking to this guy for like a week or two, and we finally met up, and we had a great time. We're having a great conversation, connection, chemistry is flowing, and then I'll never forget, we were seated outside. I think it was the World Cup. I think New Jersey was in the World Cup that year. I think, yeah, it had to have been over 10 years ago. And we're having a blast, and he goes, this is the question. What would you do if I kissed you right now? So like I said in the beginning, if you are having trouble moving things forward with women, but you are good at creating connections, you're good at creating chemistry, or if you know that this is just, you haven't found a good segue and you still don't feel comfortable just asking, what would you do if I kissed you right now, makes her complicit in that physically moving things forward. I think my answer was like, giggle, 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 blush. I don't know. Let's see. He was a great guy. Bless him. I really hate saying this, but he was extremely overweight. He was bald. He was 10 years older than me, and his dick was super small. But, oh, and I remember his car broke down on the way to see me. I digress, but my point was he and I just had so much chemistry. We got along so well. To this day, I still think so highly of him. But either way, saying that means you have no problem telling us you're sweet on us. And it's not asking if you can kiss us, which is a super lady boner killer. But saying, what would you do if I kissed you right now? Now you put it out there that, bitch, I'm into you and it might happen if you're lucky, so what would you do? And then if you get a good response, just go fucking kiss her. And if you don't get a good response, or the response you want, she might say like, oh no, I'm just like not feeling it right now. Or if she says something like, oh my God, no, don't. Or if she says, yeah, I'm not feeling the connection. If she's that blatant about it, or says something even worse, like, please don't. All you have to do is simply say, well, thank God I don't want to kiss you right now. If any guy said that to me, I'd be like, fucking yes you do. Come here and kiss me. And you can only get to this point if you've got your approach down, if you are good at creating connections and chemistry, if you are comfortable moving things forward physically. And this is exactly what I go over in my 5-day attraction training series, which you could check out right here, all the details. I go over the perfect formula for approaching and why number 3 is such a great opener. I go over the exact step-by-step way to creating connections and chemistry really within seconds of meeting. And after you learn all this, you'll see why it's gonna work on any woman who's rejected you already, any woman who's friend-zoned you, any woman who's ghosted you, because I go over the science and psychology of creating that chemistry, creating those reactions in that beaker with whatever woman you want to create chemistry with whom you want to create chemistry. So, it's summertime now. If you know you're ready for a sizzling hot summer with the women you want, and you haven't had one yet, or maybe you're one of those guys going after the low-hanging fruit, waiting to be picked by women because you don't have the wherewithal to be able to go after the women you want, make sure you check this out right now while you still can. Again, it's only 5 days of training, but I give you everything you need in order to finally get this down pat. That's my theory for as to why my channel isn't growing, is because I am giving you guys everything you need so you don't have to watch my videos anymore and you no longer have to be a subscriber. I've had men write into me that I actually unsubscribed because I don't need your shit anymore. I found somebody, which is, that's why I'm here. I'm here so you guys don't need any of this advice ever again. And I promise you, once you go through this 5-day training, you won't. And I hope you still watch my videos regardless and don't unsubscribe. But still, no hard feelings if you do. So check it out right now. Write down these 5 questions because I'm telling you, any woman would be so stoked to hear them from you. And thanks for watching as always. I'll see you guys next time.